Hi all, my name is Sridevi and I am solving exercise 1D for integers from the Selina Concise mathematics book for class 7, and this is for ICSE syllabus. The sums are pretty easy and we should be able to solve these sums quickly because most of them follow the same pattern. However, in case you have any questions or doubts, please mention it in the comment section and I would be glad enough to answer back to your questions or queries. Let's move on to the sum quickly. The sum of two integers is minus 15. If one of them is 9, find the other. So the first integer is 9. Let us assume the second integer as x. Therefore, the expression becomes 9 plus x is equal to minus 15, and therefore x is equal to minus 15 minus 9, because 9 from the left hand side moves to the right hand side. So the plus sign becomes a negative sign. Therefore, x is equal to minus 15 minus 9, and the value of x will be minus 24. Therefore, the other integer or the second integer would be minus 24. Second one, the difference between integer x and minus 6 is minus 5. Find the value of x. Since they've said difference between, it is nothing but subtraction. So the expression becomes x minus of minus 6 is equal to minus 5. Therefore, it becomes x plus 6 is equal to minus 5. X is equal to minus 5. When plus moves to the right hand side, it becomes minus 6. So the expression is x is equal to minus 5 minus 6. And therefore, the value of x will be minus 11. Therefore, you can mention the value of x is minus 11. Now, let's move on to the third sum quickly. Same concept here again. The sum of two integers is 28. If one of the integer is minus 45, find the other. So, we know the first integer is minus 45. So, let's assume the second integer to be x. It's given minus 45 plus x is equal to 28. So, x is equal to 28 plus 45 because the negative sign from the left hand side, when it moves to the right hand side, becomes a positive sign. So, x is equal to 28 plus 45. Therefore, x is equal to 73 and the value of the second integer will be 73. Hope this is clear. I am just pausing in for a second here so that you see what are the steps done. It's all pretty easy and you need to just follow the same concept for the next sum as well. The sum of two integers is minus 56. If one integer is minus 42, find the other. So we know the first integer is minus 42 and the second integer, let's assume that to be x. So minus 42 plus x is equal to minus 56. Therefore, x is equal to minus 56 minus of minus 42. It becomes a plus sign. X is equal to minus 56 plus 42. Therefore, x is equal to minus 14. Therefore, the second integer is minus 14. Let's move on to the fifth sum. Very similar again. The difference between the integer x and minus 9 is 6. Find all possible values of x. So, you should take two ways of doing these sums. First one will be x minus of minus 9 is equal to 6. Therefore, x plus 9 is equal to 6. So, x is equal to 6 minus 9. Therefore, x is equal to minus 3. Because they are saying all the possible values of x, and it also could be minus 9 minus x is equal to 6. Therefore, minus x is equal to 6 plus 9. Minus x is equal to 15. Therefore, x is equal to minus 15. Therefore, the value of x could be either minus 3 or minus 15. So, we have finished the first 5 sums here. Now, let's move on to the next sum, the sixth sum, which is also pretty easy. The sixth sum says evaluate minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 60 times. Here minus 1 is multiplied 60 times, which is an even number. Since the product of even number of negative integers is always positive, the sign of the product is positive. And since all the numbers are 1, the answer is 1. Therefore, plus 1. Moving on to the next sum, minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into 75 times. Here, minus 1 is multiplied 75 times, which is an odd number. Since the product of odd numbers of negative integers is always negative, the sign of the product is negative. Since all the numerals are 1, any time multiplied by 1, any number of times you multiply 1, the answer is 1. And because of the sign concept, you get a negative sign here and the answer becomes minus 1. Now let's move on to the seventh sum, which says evaluate pretty simple. Minus 2 into minus 3 into minus 4 into minus 5 into minus 6. I have done 2 into 3, minus into minus becomes positive, 6 into 20, next why is it 20? 4 into 5 is 20, minus into minus is plus. So I have taken that as 20 and I am just keeping the minus 6 as it is. Now 6 into 20 is 120 into minus 6 and the answer becomes minus 720. Now it is again similar, minus 3 into minus 6 into minus 9 into minus 12. Now again 3 into 6 is 18, minus into minus is plus, minus into minus again is plus, 9 into 12 is 108 and the answer is 1944. I have explained all these concepts in my previous exercise. So if you have gone through my previous exercise, you will know how to determine the products of these negative integers. When you multiply a negative integer into positive integer, what happens? And when you multiply a positive integer into negative integers, what happens? All those rules are specified in my previous exercise. Let's move on to the third sum. Minus 11 into minus 15 plus minus 11 into minus 25. Minus into minus is plus, 11 into 15 is 165. Next one is minus 11 into minus 25. So minus into minus is plus, 11 into 25 is 275. Therefore, when you add 165 plus 275, you get the answer as 440. So very simple, isn't it? Let's move on to the last sum in this evaluate exercise. 10 into minus 12 plus 5 into minus 12. 10 into minus 12, it becomes minus 120, plus into minus is minus, therefore I retain it as minus 120. 5 into 12 is 60, 5 into, that is plus into minus is minus, therefore I retain it as minus 60. So minus 120 minus 60 is 180. When you have two negative integers, you just add them and put a negative sign. So therefore the answer becomes minus 180. Let's move on to the eighth sum. Very simple. If x is multiplied into minus 1, the answer is minus 36. Is x positive or negative? So x into minus 1 is minus 36. So x is equal to minus 36 divided by minus 1. Minus divided by minus is positive. Therefore x is 36. Therefore it is a positive integer. Let's move on to the second one in the question B. If x into minus 1 is equal to 36, is x positive or negative? So x into minus 1 is equal to 36. X is equal to 36 by minus 1. Plus divided by minus is minus. Therefore x is equal to minus 36 and the answer is a negative integer. Students, it's all easy. If you have gone through all my exercise 1A, B, C, you will get to know all these rules and all these rules are implemented in 1D. Now let's move on to the ninth sum. Write all the integers between minus 15 and 15 which are divisible by 2 and 3. The integers between minus 15 and 15 which are divisible by 2 and 3 are minus 12, minus 6, 0, 6 and 12. Moving on to the 10th sum, write all the integers between a minus 5 and a 5 which are divisible by 2 and 3. The integers between a minus 5 and 5. Guys, you should know between means you have to eliminate minus 5 and 5. Which are divisible by 2 or 3 is minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, 0, 2, 3 and 4 that are divisible by 2 or 3. Now we move on to the 11th sum which says evaluate. All these sums in 11, we have about 9 sums maybe in evaluate. So all these are based on BODMAS principle. Minus 20 plus 8 divided by 2 into 3. Again, I will remind you here, I have marked the operations that I perform in different colors so that it is easy. So using BODMAS, it becomes minus 20 plus 4 because minus 8 divided by minus 2 is 8 by 2, that's 4. Minus divided by minus is plus. So I retain it as plus 4 into 3. That becomes minus 20 plus 2 because of BODMAS. First is division, second is multiplication. Therefore, I do 4 into 3, that is equal to 12. Therefore, it becomes minus 20 plus 12 is equal to minus 8. So let's move on to the next sum. The second one, minus 5 minus 40 minus of minus 48 divided by minus 16 plus of minus 2 into 6. According to BODMAS, first we need to do division. I do a division and I get minus 5 minus 3 plus 2 into plus of minus 2 into 6. So minus 2 into 6 is minus 12. Therefore, the expression becomes 5 minus 3 minus 12. Therefore, it becomes minus 8 minus 12. The answer is minus 20. The third one, 16 plus 8 divided by 4 minus 2 into 3. Using BODMAS, again division has to be performed first. So it becomes 16 plus 2 into 2 into 3. Now follow multiplication. Therefore 2 into 3 is nothing but 6. Therefore the expression becomes 16 plus 2 minus 6. Now I do the addition. 16 plus 2 is 18. Therefore the expression becomes 18 minus 6 and the answer comes to 12. So remember the principle of BODMAS and all these simplification becomes very easy. The fourth one is 16 minus 8 into 4 minus 2 into 3. Using BODMAS, you again do division first. It becomes 2 into 4 minus 2 into 3. Now you have two multiplication signs and we do the two multiplication operation. 2 into 4 is 8, 2 into 3 is 6. So the expression becomes 8 minus 6 and the answer is 2. Let's move on to the fifth sum, which is 27 minus 5 plus your curly brackets 28 minus 29 minus 7. So here BODMAS and we need to concentrate on the brackets. So first we do the simple bracket 29 minus 7, which is 22. Therefore the expression becomes 27 minus 5 plus 28 minus 22. Now 28 minus 22 is in the curly bracket or the flower bracket. So let's do the evaluation there. It becomes 5 plus 6. Therefore the expression is 27 minus 5 plus 6. The expression becomes 27 minus 11 and the answer is 16. Now the sixth sum, 48 minus of 18 minus 16 minus 5 minus 4 plus 1. Again the brackets that you need to follow is vermiculum, simple, curly bracket and the square bracket. Therefore the expression becomes 48 minus 18 minus 16 minus 5 minus 5. Therefore it becomes 48 minus 18 minus 16 minus 0. Expression becomes 48 minus 18 minus 16 and now it becomes 48 minus 2 and the final answer results to 46. Now let's move on to the next sum, that's the seventh sum, minus 8 minus 6 of 9 minus 11 plus 18 divided by 3. Now using BODMAS, 9 minus 11 the answer is minus 2, 6 of minus 2 plus 18 divided by 3, 18 divided by 3 is minus 6. So the expression becomes minus 8 minus of minus, open the curly bracket, minus 6 of minus 2 plus minus 6. The expression becomes minus 8 minus 12 minus 6, that becomes minus 8 minus 6 and the final answer is minus 14. It's very simple students. All that you need to know is the BODMAS concepts and work on that and you will be able to get all the sums, and you can just have my video as a reference video. Now you have the eighth sum, the last sum, 24 divided by 12 minus 9 minus 12 and 3 into 8 divided by 4 plus 1. So you have two brackets here. Solve both the brackets. First finish the vermiculum and then here in the second bracket finish the division. You get 8 minus 12 minus of 6 plus 11. 8 minus 12 is minus 4. 6 plus 1 is 7. So 4 minus 7 is equal to minus 11. So again evaluate. This was nothing but just follow the concepts of BODMAS and you will be able to get the answer. Find the result of subtracting the sum of all integers between 20 and 30 from the sum of all integers from 20 to 30. Sum of all integers from 20 to 30, you had 21 plus 22 plus dash 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 till 28 plus 29 plus 30. Sum of all integers between 20 and 30, you will have to ignore the 20 and 30. So you start 21 plus 22 plus 23 plus 24 plus dash 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 plus 28 plus 29. Now what is the required number? You need to add both of these. So it will become 20 plus 21 plus 22 plus 23 plus blah 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 blah. Then you just come here and subtract minus 21 minus 22. So everything will get cancelled and you will be remaining with 20 plus 30 and the final answer will be 50. Now the 13th sum, which says add the product of minus 13 and minus 17 to the quotient of minus 187 into and 11. What is the product of minus 13 into minus 17? the product is 221. Since both are negative, the answer is positive. And quotient of minus 187 by 11, it is 17, and minus divided by plus is minus. Therefore, you get 221 minus 17, and the answer is 204. Similarly, the 14th sum, the product of two integers is minus 180. If one of them is 12, find the other. Therefore, 12 into x is equal to minus 180. Therefore, x is equal to minus 180 divided by 12, and the answer is minus 15, because minus divided by plus is minus. The 15th sum says, a number changes from minus 20 to 30. What is the increase or decrease in number? The change in the number from minus 20 to 30 is minus 20 minus 50, that is minus 50. Therefore, since it is a negative number, there is an increase in number is minus 50. Change from 40 to 30, what is the increase or decrease in the number? The change in the number from 40 to minus 30 is 40 minus of minus 30, that is 40 plus 30, that is equal to 70. Therefore, a decrease in the number is 70. Alright kids, this is all about your exercise 1D, and we end chapter 1 for integers from the Selina Concise mathematics book. Please go through my video. In case you like my video, please like my video and subscribe to my channel, and hopefully these sessions are easy, and it is good for everyone. So thanks a lot. Have a great day. I will meet you in another chapter very soon. Bye bye.